Imagine you make $75,000 a year. That's more than the median household income in America. You should feel comfortable. You should be saving money. You should be building wealth. But instead, every month ends the same way. You open your banking app, see the balance, and feel that familiar knot in your stomach. $200 left until payday, maybe $300 if you're lucky. You didn't buy anything crazy this month. No vacation, no shopping spree, no emergency. The money just vanished. And here's what makes it worse. You can't even explain where it went. It's like trying to hold water in your hands. No matter how tightly you grip, it just slips through your fingers. Here's the truth nobody wants to admit. You have debt. Serious debt. But it's not on your credit report. It won't show up when you apply for a mortgage.
It's invisible. And that's exactly what makes it so dangerous. My name is David, and I've built this channel on one simple mission: exposing the hidden financial traps that keep hardworking people poor while making corporations rich. Today we're dissecting the debt you don't see, the silent wealth killer that's been draining your future one automatic payment at a time. If you've ever felt like you're working harder but getting nowhere, subscribe right now, because what I'm about to show you will fundamentally change how you think about every dollar leaving your account.
Let's start with what invisible debt actually is, because most people have the definition completely wrong. This isn't your mortgage. That's visible. You signed papers. You know exactly what you owe. This isn't even your credit card balance. At least that shows up in bold numbers on a statement every month. Invisible debt is the money that evaporates from your life without you ever making a conscious decision to spend it. It's the streaming service you signed up for during a free trial 2 years ago and completely forgot about. It's the gym membership charging you $40 a month for a facility you haven't entered since January.
It's the premium subscription to an app you used once. Each charge is small enough to hide in the noise of your daily spending. $10 here, $15 there, $25 for something you vaguely remember thinking you needed. Individually, they're mosquito bites. Collectively, they're bleeding you dry. Financial experts call this opportunity cost, which sounds complicated, but it's brutally simple. Every dollar you spend on something meaningless today is a dollar you can't invest in your freedom tomorrow. Here's what should terrify you. Research shows the average American now carries between 12 and 20 active subscriptions. Most people can name maybe half of them. The rest are ghosts, haunting your bank account month after month, year after year.
Now let me show you the math, because once you see these numbers, you can't unsee them. Let's say you're average. You've got Netflix, Spotify, Amazon Prime, maybe Disney Plus for the kids, HBO because you wanted to watch one show, YouTube Premium to skip ads, iCloud storage, a meal kit service you barely use, and a few app subscriptions you completely forgot existed. Add it up, and you're looking at roughly $273 per month. That's $3,276 a year, leaving your account for entertainment and convenience. But here's where it gets painful. Take that same $273 and invest it every month in a basic stock market index fund. Nothing fancy, just consistent investing with an average 8% annual return. In 30 years, you'd have over $400,000. Read that again. Your streaming services aren't costing you $3,000 a year. They're costing you nearly $500,000 in future wealth. But let's go deeper, because subscriptions are just the beginning. The average new car payment in America is around $700 a month. That's $8,400 a year to drive a depreciating asset, something that loses value every single day you own it. If instead you bought reliable used cars with cash and invested that $700 monthly, in 30 years you'd be sitting on more than $1 million. Think about what that means.
Every time you see someone driving a brand new car, you're not looking at success. You're looking at someone who traded their future millionaire status for the temporary thrill of a new car smell. Now add your food delivery habit. Maybe you spend $200 a month on DoorDash and Uber Eats because cooking feels impossible after a long day at work. That seems reasonable. It feels like self-care. But that's another $2,400 annually. Invested over 3 decades, that's $300,000 you ordered to your door and ate in 15 minutes.
We're not talking about small amounts anymore. Between subscriptions, car payments, and convenience spending, we're looking at over $1.7 million in wealth that simply evaporated. That's not a rounding error. That's the difference between financial freedom at 50 and working until you're 70.
So why don't we see this happening in real time? Because invisible debt has been engineered to stay invisible. Corporations have spent billions perfecting the art of extracting money from you without triggering any psychological pain. The weapon they use is called frictionless spending. Think about subscriptions. You enter your credit card once, and from that moment forward, the money just disappears automatically. You never have to make the decision to spend it again. There's no moment where you hand over cash and feel the loss. It's just gone. Silent, automatic, painless. And that's the problem. Pain is your financial alarm system. When spending hurts, you stop spending. When it's frictionless, you never stop. There's also something deeper happening here, something I call the convenience trap. We tell ourselves we're too busy to cook, too overwhelmed to review our subscriptions, too exhausted to make financial decisions.
So we pay companies to think for us. We pay for convenience. We pay for automation. But here's what's really happening. You're not too busy. You're too numb. Somewhere along the way, we normalized the idea that everything should cost a monthly fee. We accepted that modern life is just expensive and that small luxuries are the reward for working hard. But they're not luxuries, they're leaks. And the reason you don't patch the leaks is because everyone around you has the same leaks. Your coworkers all have car payments. Your friends all use delivery apps. Social media shows you influencers with premium everything. You're surrounded by people who are also sinking, so sinking feels like swimming. Let's categorize this so you can identify invisible debt in your own life. First, there are subscriptions. Streaming platforms, music services, software, apps, news sites, anything that auto-renews monthly or yearly. Go pull up your bank statement right now. I promise you'll find at least 3 you forgot existed. Second is convenience spending. This is food delivery, grocery delivery, ride shares when you could have walked, laundry service, house cleaning, lawn care, anything that trades your money for time. I'm not saying these are always bad, but most people use them by default, not by intentional choice. Third, depreciating assets on payment plans. If you're making monthly payments on a car, furniture, or electronics, you're financing something that's worth less every month while you're still paying for it.
That's a death spiral. Fourth is the upgrade cycle. This is replacing your phone every 2 years even though the old one works fine. Buying the new laptop because it's thinner, upgrading to the latest gaming console. Companies have conditioned you to believe last year's technology is obsolete. It's not. It's just last year's technology, and it works perfectly. Fifth is forgotten insurance and add-ons. Extended warranties on products you could replace with cash. Premium cable packages with 200 channels you never watch. Insurance on items that aren't worth insuring. Every one of these is a small cut. Individually, they're survivable. Together, they're fatal.
Here's how you stop the bleeding. First, commit to a 30-day financial audit. Pull every bank statement and credit card statement from the last month. Go line by line. Highlight every recurring charge. Write them down on paper where you can see the full list. Add up the total. That number is your invisible debt, and I guarantee it will shock you. Second, execute the subscription purge. Cancel everything you don't use at least once a week. If you're not actively watching a streaming service weekly, cut it. You can always resubscribe for 1 month if there's a show you want to binge, but you won't because you'll realize you don't actually miss it. Third, run a replacement cost analysis on every payment plan. For anything you're financing monthly, ask yourself this question: could I save up and buy this with cash in 3 months? If the answer is yes, stop financing it, save the money, and pay cash. If the answer is no, you cannot afford it, period. Fourth, automate your savings before you automate your spending. Set up an automatic transfer on payday that moves money into a savings or investment account immediately. Pay yourself first, always, every time, no exceptions.
Fifth, intentionally add friction to your spending. Delete your credit card information from shopping websites. Remove food delivery apps from your phone. Unsubscribe from marketing emails. Make spending require effort and thought. The harder it is to spend money, the less you'll waste. Finally, make your spending visible. Use cash for discretionary purchases, or create a separate debit card just for fun money. When the money's gone, you stop spending. Simple, painful, effective. Imagine your life 6 months from now. You've killed the subscriptions you didn't need, you've stopped financing furniture that loses value, you've deleted the apps designed to drain your wallet. Suddenly, there's an extra $500 in your account at the end of the month. That's $6,000 a year. In 5 years, that's $30,000. In 10 years, you're looking at 6 figures. And you didn't earn more money. You didn't get a promotion. You just stopped letting corporations quietly rob you. This isn't about deprivation, it's about intention. Every single dollar you spend is a vote for the life you're building. Right now, you're voting for someone else's wealth, their stock price, their quarterly earnings. It's time to start voting for yourself. The companies profiting from your invisible debt want you to stay asleep. They want you to keep auto-paying, keep upgrading, keep subscribing. But now you're awake.
You see the trap? And once you see it, you can't unsee it. If this video changed how you see your spending, share it with someone who needs this message. Send it to your partner. Post it in your group chat. Let's wake people up. And if you want to keep learning how to protect your wealth from the systems designed to take it, subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching. Now go cancel something.